Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Get ready for some more analysis of Rise Against. Today I'm going to check out your most requested song, Savior, which my prep work tells me has something called furries in it. I thought somebody had made a typo and that this was actually supposed to be something about being furious, but no. Actually, it has a much more friendly and fuzzy context, and it's in this video to remind us that individuality is cool. Before we dive into the music, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor for today's video, BetterHelp. We are all individuals, and we each have a different life journey to go through. And sometimes it can be really nice to have an extra helping hand to make that life journey a little bit easier. Therapy has been essential to improving my life journey. It even made it possible to continue my life journey, period, in my early 20s. Whether you are struggling with a clinical mental health challenge or you just want a boost to help you thrive, online therapy can help. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and accessible. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist, and there's a quick link in my description below. It's betterhelp.com/charismaticvoice. Clicking that link helps support this channel, but even more important to me is that it can help support you in achieving your life goals. Plus, you'll get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Life is already hard enough. We shouldn't have to struggle to get access to help. Because BetterHelp is online, you'll have access to a greater range of therapists. Plus, you can chat with your therapist from anywhere in the world. I know that there are many of you who are joining us from remote or rural places, and you do not have access to a therapist nearby. BetterHelp makes therapy possible by providing excellent online service. I found an awesome therapist through BetterHelp who is supporting me in achieving both my creative and personal goals. As a new mom, it's just tough to balance work and family time and also take care of my health. My therapist is helping me to hone my focus and my boundaries so that I can maximize my time and my life. If you're looking for support through a tough time or you just want to give your life a boost, I hope that you'll consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/charismaticvoice. Now, let's all get a daily boost of good music and great singing.
It kills me not to know this, but I've all but just forgotten what the color of her eyes were, and her scars or how she got them. As the telling signs of age rain down, a single tear is dropping through the valleys of an aging face that this world has forgotten.
Ooh, okay, pause. We're gonna go back to the beginning right away. This entry is really, really nice. I love that we're diving straight into the voice right away. I mean, I'm like a voice crack, right? I need voice. It's the thing I nerd out the most about, but I need music in general too. The way that this just immediately drew us into the story was excellent. I like that you have his voice feeling very full at this moment. That's partly his natural sound and partly great production. We're getting a nice marriage of those two things. And then you only have, I think, just the one guitar, I believe, that's going during that time. Let's go back.
It kills me not to know this, but I've all but just forgotten what the color of her eyes were, and her scars or how she got them.
So I like the way there's this consistent buzz in his sound, even though he's giving us a ton of lyrics and words at this point to take us into that story. There's also this through line of it being focused in a nice place in the face so that we get a buzzy resonance. There's legato in the buzz. One more time.
Kills me not to know this, but I've all but just forgotten what the color of her eyes were, and her scars or how she got them. As the telling signs of age rain down, a single tear is dropping through the valleys of an aging face that this world has forgotten.
Shoot, there's a couple of other really good things in there. One is the spatialization, where things are sort of set in that soundscape. I think you have guitar on the left, and then his voice is actually centered, but it's spread as well, and it feels rather big. That's partly due to the production, and partly due to him just having a wide range of frequencies that he's covering with his overtones and his enunciation. And then that transition into the full band was awesome. I like the way it took that natural, there's an edge to his sound. It took that edge and it almost felt like it expanded it into the sound of the band. One more time from the beginning and I'll keep going.
It kills me not to know this, but I've all but just forgotten what the color of her eyes were, and her scars or how she got them. Has the telling signs of age rained down, a single tear is dropping through the valleys of an
There's so much
aging face
presence
that
in the
this
sound.
world has forgotten. Reconciliation that will put me in my place, and there is no time like a present to drink these draining seconds. Sell them to these words ring true, and I'm constantly failing you. Walls that we just can't break through until it disappears. So tell me now.
Ooh, this song really forges ahead. It's definitely the kind of song that makes me not want to stop, even though I want to nerd out about every single moment and appreciate it more and more and more. The way it's so quickly and energetically moving into the next part makes it difficult. I love that challenge. I'm gonna go back to where the band comes in here. I have to say, I love seeing what I understand now is furries and as people dressed up in costumes. Apparently, it's not like always furries don't have to be dressed in animal suits or full suits, but often that would include people in suits. And I just started reading a little bit into the context and the culture behind it, and I think it's really fascinating. I love that they've essentially celebrated individuality with these different people in animal suits. One of the things I was sort of hooking into was the way that the bear had little pieces of the nose missing, and it seems like they're highlighting that even animal suits can have flaws. It's just like people, we've all got flaws, and that makes us interesting. Oh, bringing it the nose? No. Mike! Yeah, there's a certain sadness that's portrayed there.
There is no reconciliation that will put me in my place, and there is no time like a present to drink these draining seconds. Sell them to these words ring true, and I'm constantly failing you. Walls that we just can't break through until it disappears. So tell me now.
Gosh, I love the way the instrument had that lift right before coming down, yet his voice was essentially carrying over another line. There was just crossover that highlighted the voice as it was carrying. Beautiful, beautiful. I also am coming back once again to the focus in his sound. It is so honed in on the lows already. And when he jumps up to the highs, it's still got that same amount of focus and it doesn't feel like it's blasting us out. This is a sound that has control and technique in it, but it also feels a little bit raw to us. It's got that really sweet balance. One more time.
Reconciliation that will put me in my place, and there is no time like a present to drink these draining seconds. Sell them to these words ring true, and I'm constantly failing you. Walls that we just can't
Wow.
break through
Wow,
until
this is very
it
destructive.
disappears. So tell me now, sustain love, and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said, I don't hate you, but I just wanna save you while there's still something left to save. Was when I told her I love you, girl, but I'm not the answer for the questions that you still have. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my goodness. That chorus is catchy, it's punchy, sticky. All of the things that make up a really good chorus are in this chorus. There are tons of moments to draw us to a line in the voice that is just easy to sing along with. Um, and there are tons of lyrics in there that are really easily relatable. Whoa, this is a good chorus.
That's when she
Whoa.
said, I don't
I think that was right on it. One of the things that's standing out the most about this song to me is the lifts in the instrumentation where things will disappear and it feels like the song has bottomed out. So there's no bottom left, essentially. And we just get that vocal line on top. That happens in the woes here. And it happened a few times leading up to the chorus. And because of that, each time I heard that unexpected drop, it took my attention and zoomed it into the music right away. I'm going to go back to the bridge, and then as this chorus is going, just notice how often pitches are repeated. That's part of what makes it catchy and sticky. Back here.
When I'm constantly failing,
A little bit further.
drink these drained seconds. Seldom to these words ring true. When
There's that
I'm
pre-chorus.
constantly failing you, walls that we just can't break through until it disappears. So tell me now.
There.
Ain't love, and how do we get out?
And again, that big lift.
That's when she
And
said,
again.
I don't hate you, but I just wanna save you while there's still something left to say. That's when I told her I love you, girl, but I'm not the answer for the questions that you still have. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is, ooh, white screen. This is fascinating looking at the music video a little bit more as I see different characters in really tough spots in life. You see one that's dumpster diving. You see one that looks homeless. Obviously, the one that we first saw seemed to be experiencing a lot of sadness. I love that it almost feels like it's making a statement about how people often have masks on, and there's so much pain that can be happening underneath. Individuality is, I think, all about the various scars that we have. One more time, I really, really like this chorus.
There
we go. This connects to younger Elizabeth, especially anguished, romantic, early 20s Elizabeth, right? Where there was the loves in life and I wanted to save somebody, or, that I felt like, oh, I could fix something. Like they're almost the perfect person, but I could fix this and this and this and this, right? That's not the way to have a relationship. Or also that I had so many questions about life and things I needed to explore. And it's so remarkable, actually, to me to hear these words and go like, whoa, gosh, I feel like maybe that was actually 19-year-old Elizabeth, especially. They like nailed it. Jeez, that's relatable.
And the day pressed on like crushing weight, but no man does it ever wait. Like memories of dying days that deafen us like hurricanes. Bathed in flames, we held the ground, uncurled the fingers in your hands, pressed into the face like sand. Now do you understand? So tell me now, sustained love, and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said, I don't hate you, but
Is this band generally just really destructive in music videos? Like, you guys can tell me. This is the second music video I've seen of theirs, and the first one we had tons of destruction as well. And this one I'm seeing obviously stands are flying everywhere. It looks like I'm a little concerned about some instruments being damaged. I always worry for those, but people are much more important. So please, no damaging to the people. But yeah, let me know in the comments or in live premiere chat if you're there with me. Is this like the normal thing I should expect from music videos from Rise Against? Back one more.
it doesn't ever wait. Like memories of dying days that deafen us like hurricanes. Bathed in flames, we held the ground, uncurled the fingers in your hands, pressed into the face like sand. Now do you understand? So
interesting to listen to how he brings distortion in or not. I'm very curious about the source of that distortion. I don't know exactly where it is. It doesn't sound like false chords to me, but uh, it's got a almost like gurgling sound sometimes to it. Definitely very edgy. Reminds me a little bit of Chester Bennington, a little bit, but it's, tamed back a little bit at the same time. And at within it all, he's still got that super buzzy resonance and focus on the sound. So fascinating though. Every now and then it comes in a little extra and then goes out, or he'll finish up a note with that little distortion.
It doesn't ever wait, like memories of dying days that deafen us like hurricanes. Bathed in flames, we held the ground, uncurled the fingers in your hand, pressed into the face like sand. Now do you understand? So tell me now, sustained love, and how do we get out? 'Cause
I love those lips.
when she said I don't hate you, but I just wanna save you. While there's still something left to say. That's when I told her I love you, girl, but I'm not the answer for the questions that you still have. Whoa, whoa,
Even in the chorus, the production is remarkable. Remarkable in that you shouldn't be paying attention to it. But if we kind of take our ears and rewind them just a little bit to appreciate what's happening, you're going to hear some layers in the vocals. The main lead vocal has got a different sort of sound imaging than the woes do, which make the woes feel more like a chorus.
no, that's when she said I don't hate you, but
So there's that harmony underneath. I think he's doubled too.
something left to say. That's when I told her
The instruments sound like they're really far to the side.
the answer for the questions that you still have. Whoa,
And those so different. Man, whoever produced this, I love the way that all of these sounds are very clear, they're very present, and it feels like it's always full, even when I have just one sound. So I feel like he's making really, or he or she, I should say, production wise, that they're making really good use of all of the frequencies that can be used. It makes this song have that aggressive drive all the way to the end without ever losing a freshness to the sound. Let's keep going. Ooh. That instrumental stop and like moment with the knocking of the mic stand over the guitar. Yeah, that's how I felt inside. My stomach went, "Wah! Be careful with the instruments." I love that microphone. Oh man, I love the little lines in there. This world is too much noise. That's a really good line. Oh, just let's take that noise and turn it into music. In everything you do, make a little bit of music out of what you do. Whether or not that's just silence that is intentional, that can be a bit of music. I think that music is intentional organization of sound. There's all kinds of definitions for it, but I really like that one. I'm going to go back again. Those layerings of the voice in there are great. Ooh. Whoa, what a cool sonic transition there. Takes me under once again, and then it draws us into this sort of slower, it does feel like I'm spiraling down with that. Ooh. Oh, and there's like a whir, whir, whir that happens in the background too. Man, there are several noises in there that make that transition so interesting. One more time.
We never had a choice. This world is too much noise. It takes me under. It takes me under once again.
I like the way it also harmonically resolves at the transition.
I don't hate you.
Oh,
I don't hate you now. So tell me now, this ain't love and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said I don't hate you, boy.
oh my gosh, what a bold decision to slow the tempo down like that, create an entirely different feel in the middle of the song and then go back to the chorus. I thought we were going to maintain that same sort of down tempo feeling until the end at that point. I thought we were winding down for potentially a long time to come back to the chorus. Totally unexpected. I was shocked by the way we saw a pulling for a stop when the lyrics were also saying about wanting to get out, or it sounds like somebody's wanting to sort of stop the bus and get out somewhere else in life. And the heart-wrenching emotion that I hear in Tim McIlrath's voice. By the way, I looked up how to pronounce his name, and him saying it, McIlrath, would never have thought that just from the spelling. The heart-wrenching emotion in it it's captivating. I'm gonna go back to that moment, I hope. There we go.
I don't hate you.
That's such a good example of that distortion coming a little in and out and in and out. He sort of triggers it every now and then. I wonder what it feels like to trigger that and if that's something that's just emotionally driven. Does he need to think about a physical sensation? Most likely, at this stage of a performer's career, that kind of technique is emotionally driven because they've combined emotion and technical training. One more time.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you now.
It almost sounds like his voice is ready to
So
break.
tell me now, this ain't love and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said I don't hate you.
I can't get over how much that pulls heartstrings. It's so anguished. Yet, I have to say, it doesn't sound like he's damaging his voice, even though it sounds like it's like gonna break at times. It has such a beautiful buzz in the natural sound of where the true vocal folds are going wacka, wacka, wacka. That sound being created just there sounds really clean and healthy. I'm hearing efficiency. Those things are all playing into that buzz and the overtones. And then we get that it sounds like a compression, an extra like a little extra constriction somewhere in the vocal tract that causes that distortion. And it's just like this combination of a pureness in the underlying sound that has been torn to pieces.
It takes me under once again. I don't hate you. I don't hate you now. So tell me now, this ain't love and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said I don't hate you, boy. I just wanna save you while there's still something left to say. That's when I told her I love you, girl, but I'm not the answer for
Oh my gosh. I love the way they just took that line from the bridge and brought it into the chorus. Whoa, whoa. The layering and the idea, I'm sure, ahead of time about how these are going to weave together. Oh, that was so satisfying. Also, this is just like such a really lovely story in the image of the music video. It's very heartwarming. That line, it's almost like a death chant. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That chorus is so good. And when you add that extra line to it, it could keep going for minutes and minutes and minutes. And I would just listen to it on repeat. No wonder this song is so popular. If you want to see some more analysis of songs that are incredibly popular that I was hearing for the very first time, you can check out this playlist over here, and maybe you fall more in love with music every day.